Hello, welcome back to Jungle Gym Reptiles. It's been a while. It's been a while since I had a video come out. Been a lot going on. I got a lot of responsibilities. I'm sure I've said that quite a bit, that there's been a lot going on. As you can see, I'm in kind of a new place, and that's because I've moved into an apartment with my girlfriend, and that took up a lot of time, and we had a lot of stuff going on. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to step away from this channel. I still have hopes and dreams of this channel growing and expanding to something great, something I can educate people about reptiles, which is a great passion of mine, and hopefully one day this channel bring me money that helps take care of these animals and take care of even more, and hopefully eventually expand into a rescue of some sorts. Now, unfortunately, my apartment isn't too big. Well, it's not big at all, but it's a start, and it's a start in a new chapter of my life that I'm very excited for. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to fit all my reptiles in my apartment, and I'm very lucky that I have a apartment manager that doesn't care about the reptiles. But we were able to bring some. I was able to bring one snake because her enclosure is not that big yet. I mean, she's only about 9 months old. So we got Delilah here, who just got done shedding, so I got to clean that up. We have Ripple over here, who takes up the most space with her big enclosure. Ripple had quite a few medical issues going on that we'll cover in another video. I don't remember if we've covered it or not, but she's in there hiding somewhere. And Ripple has actually shed for the first time since we've had her. Over here we have current name is Jack, but we're thinking about changing that name up. Benoni Gecko, she is in there somewhere. And then we have Miles, or gold-dusted day gecko. And we do have space right here for another reptile, which we are thinking about getting some axolotls. But his cage is just dirty. I clean it once a week, and he just goes to town and poops all over the place. And Miles over here is actually starting to get pretty, I wouldn't say handleable, but he lets me pet him once in a while without freaking out. So yeah, that's where I am in my life. Big major step. It's been a few months now. Lots of working, lots of moving in. Not a lot of time to film. Yeah, there's been a lot going on. But I'm still planning on my breeding projects, which I will share with you all. My breeding projects do include 3 here, which the Snyder Skink, which is Ripple, she will be one of my breeding projects, which she is confirmed as a female now. Jack will be a breeding project of some sorts. If you know anything about Benoni geckos, they don't really breed. We'll go over a video like that one day. But I do plan on buying. There is a reptile expo coming up next weekend, and I plan on buying Ripple a mate if I can find one. It is really hard to find these Snyder Skinks, and that's why I do want to start a breeding project of them, because they're super awesome. They're super amazing. Benoni geckos are super cool. I mean, from what I've read and what I've done my research into, they do get more friendly the longer you're with them. Jack over here is still a bit sketchy. She doesn't like to be touched as much. And then Miles, I do want to breed him, but for my research, it's a very hard project to breed gold dusteds. There's a lot of trial and error and failure in breeding them, but I do think it'd be an awesome project. Now, the only other one I plan on breeding at this moment, if I can find one, is Shuckle, my Russian tortoise, which they are currently close to endangered now, so we can't import any to the United States anymore, which has made the market kind of skyrocket a little bit for Russian tortoises, and hard to get my hands on a female. There are plenty of males, but it's really hard to find a female. So that's where I'm running into issues. Their average market price was about $60 to $100 by when I bought him. And with this new recent development, it's looking close to $100 to $200 for a Russian tortoise female. There's plenty of juveniles, but I want one now that's ready to breed. And they're pretty okay when it comes to breeding. They're not very hostile. Now, my ball python project I have put on ice for now. The ball python community is quite flooded right now, and I don't think I want to contribute to more ball pythons when there doesn't need to be. I love ball pythons. Ball pythons are amazing. They're one of probably the best domestic snake out there, but the market is just absolutely flooded. And if you've been thinking about getting a ball python, I definitely suggest go to a reptile expo and buy one at a reptile expo from a breeder and a vendor, because you're going to get the best price from them. You're not going to get the best price from a pet store. I support local pet stores. I don't support Petco very much. I don't know how PetSmart is, but local pet stores, maybe you'll get a decent price, but I do suggest going to a vendor at a reptile expo, because they're going to give you the best price for what you're buying. The most recent I've seen for a common ball python is some have been going for $45. I mean, their prices have just plummeted. Now, if you want to get a more fancy ball python, you're looking $100 here and there, but sometimes it's pretty cheap for like fancier morphs. So that's where we are right now. Lots of cool things have happened with Ripple since we've moved in. She's really attached to my girlfriend, and her character has changed completely. She used to be very secluded and not wanting to hang out with people. And every time she knows my girlfriend is home, she literally jumps at the glass because she wants to be out and hanging out with my girlfriend, and she'll just go up in her hair and hang out up there, and it's super adorable and awesome. But in the next video, we'll discuss updates on Ripple regarding her medical situation that she went through, which it looks like she's out of the woods now since she finally shed. I mean, I've owned her for maybe 6 months, and she had not shed, and it was worrying me. But she is finally shed, so that's good. And we'll take that win, and we'll go from there. Jack will be a easy breeding project, very easy. And Delilah is the reason I brought Delilah. I could have fit somebody else in here, but the reason I brought Delilah is, one, she's going to be fine in that 40, I believe it's 40-gallon tank, for a little bit longer. She'll be there. She'll be fine there, probably until we move into a bigger apartment and when she needs a bigger enclosure. We were super bummed that we didn't get one of the other apartments we were looking at, because we could have fit everyone, and even upgraded all of our reptiles into bigger enclosures. That's something people love to harp on, is not having a big enough enclosure compared to what they need. But sometimes, let's be realistic, everyone can't always afford what they need, and they're not necessarily going to die if they don't have the exact enclosure size they need. Now, am I saying it's right to leave them in small enclosures? No, I'm not. But for a temporary period of time, it's okay. Yeah, that's really all we have going on, and I'm super excited and happy where my life is going right now with my beautiful and lovely girlfriend. And maybe one of these days I can convince her to get in a video with me. Maybe one of these days we can get my brother to come back on to another video. That'd be super awesome. And I appreciate everyone's support in this so far. And the goal by the end of the year is at this point 50. I was hoping for 100 subscribers, but I would love 50 subscribers. If you're new here, I know this is probably a boring first intro video for you, but my name is Jason, and I love teaching people about reptiles. And if you want to see more videos, feel free to like this video and subscribe and help me in my journey. I hope everyone has a great Sunday.